Alright, PropertyLimBrothers is back with our investor series at episode 5, and today we're going to talk about this very interesting topic, which is how much is your break-even price for your property if you were to purchase a property, assuming let's say you're 35 years old now, you own it for the next 30 years, and by age 65 you fully pay off your property. How much is going to be your break-even? Check out this episode with us.
Wealth management and
Monthly installment at 1.88%
to select the right property to buy.
1 km. It's 1 km.
Yeah, let me check.
Alright, so for the purpose of illustration, let's assume you are currently 35 years old, you purchase your first property, you intend to own this property right till it's fully paid off, and you take a 30-year tenure mortgage against the property itself. So by age 65, this property would have been fully paid off. So after that, probably you might be thinking, hey, at age 65, my kids have all grown up, they've got their own properties, maybe I would like to sell this property and I would like to downgrade. Assuming this scenario, age 35, you bought a property for $1.2 million, you need to pay a 5% down payment in cash, which is $60,000, 20%, $240,000 in cash or CPF, stamp duty is about $32,600, and you take a loan of 75%, which is the max loan, so it would turn out to be $900,000 against a tenure of 30 years. Let's take the interest rate to be at 2.5% throughout, just for illustration's sake. So for the monthly installment will then work out to be about $3,556. If you were currently working for somebody else and you're drawing a fixed salary, the CPF contribution that you receive per month in your OA account will definitely help you to offset a little bit of the cash. Your CPF contribution will be about 1,260 that you can utilize per month, and cash fork out will be about $2,000 over dollars. Also, for illustration's sake, probably we don't bring in the management costing and sinking fund per month and also the yearly property tax, because of course another school of thought is that if I'm staying in the condo, my family is enjoying the facilities, yes, we have to pay for the management fee per month because we are consuming the property, we're enjoying the facilities itself. And property tax is a definite cost that everybody has to incur. If I were to own this property for the next 30 years, I fully pay off, what would then be my cost if I need to sell off and I need to break even just for the bank interest? $332,600 will be your initial investment that you actually pump into the property itself, 25% down payment plus your stamp duty. And total installment that I would have paid over the next 30 years will amount to $1.28 million, which means if I don't take into account my MCST, I don't take into account my property tax, I just take into account my initial investment plus including bank interest for my installments, I need to sell the property at 1.6 odd million in order to take back the money that I have put into the property itself. And that would be your gross break-even that you need to achieve. Coming back to the slides, how much do you need to sell your property after 30 years? This amount at 1.612 million, is your property able to perform at that level? You bought at 1.2 million now, 30 years later you have to sell at 1.612 mil. Do you think your property is able to achieve that appreciation effect? First question, can the property appreciate to the level of break-even? If this property cannot, assume you bought at 1.2 million, you sell at the same price, are you able and are you willing to take this amount, which is 412,000 as your costing of stay over the 30 years period? So if I were to work out in simple sums for you, it means that in total, after 30 years, your loss technically is at about 412,000, and if I divide by 30 years, your costing is about $13,759 per year. Per month is about $1,000 odd dollars. If you plus back your MCST and property tax, probably that will bring you to about $1,500, $1,600 per month. So these are different perspectives of looking at your property purchase. Of course, why do we mention this? Is because sometimes a lot of people, when they buy into a property itself, they did not consider the overall costing involved, and in terms of selection of the property, to see whether does this property has the potential to appreciate to that level of break even in the event if you're not going to sell the property, you're just going to hold and enjoy the property for the entire bandwidth itself. This is actually one part of our property portfolio planning planning for our clients, because most of the time we need to understand for property investments itself, we want to look at different points of view so that we can structure the property investments to cover different angles for the overall plan itself. For the next few episodes, we're going to touch more in depth about the numbers and facts as well so that it will benefit you. Now, keep a lookout for that. See you soon.